halt in Texas after what citizens are given permission to do. Liberals. If there's one state left in America that gives little craps about political correctness and the hurt feelings of liberals, it's the great state of Texas. The Lone Star State infuriated liberals everywhere over Ramadan, after passing a law to completely eliminate Sharia law from being practiced or recognized inside of Texas borders completely. As liberals now target our founding fathers and work to wipe out America's history with destroying our monuments, predictably, Texans have a few politically incorrect things to say about it, and a more politically incorrect plan to keep that from happening. Texans value their Second Amendment rights more than anything. As one of the only states in our union allowing citizens to open carry their weapons, the heavily armed populace of Texas makes it far more difficult for criminals to just run rampant like they do in other places. Now a Texas cop who works as a firearms instructor is putting protesting snowflakes across America on notice, informing them that if they're caught destroying a monument, they'll more than likely end up dead. He reveals that under Texas law, any citizen can use deadly force to stop vandalism. Officer Phil Ryan recently took to social media, warning Antifa, BLM, or anyone who thinks they're ballsy enough to bring anti-American antics to Texas that their antics could cost them their lives. As a police officer and police academy instructor, I am posting this as a public service announcement, Ryan began. In Texas, criminal mischief, vandalism, is a crime. So, let's say someone is defacing or destroying a monument or a statue, not that it happens, just a hypothetical. That would be criminal mischief under Texas Penal Code. After studying the Texas Penal Code Chapter 9.41, Ryan explains that a person is justified when they use deadly force when they think it is necessary to stop the other person interfering with the property. He goes on to explain that Chapter 9.42 allows for the use of deadly force in the instance of criminal mischief during the nighttime, citing the Texas Penal Code that goes as follows. Sec. 28.03. Criminal mischief. A person commits an offense if, without the effective consent of the owner. 1. He intentionally or knowingly damages or destroys the tangible property of the owner. 2. He intentionally or knowingly tampers with the tangible property of the owner and causes pecuniary loss or substantial inconvenience to the owner or a third person, or 3. He intentionally or knowingly makes markings, including inscriptions, slogans, drawings, or paintings, on the tangible property of the owner. Texas Penal Code Chapter 9, which are the laws concerning the use of force and deadly force to protect yourself, someone else, your property, or someone else's property, could be state, county or municipal property, the people's. In Chapter 9 under Defense of Property it says. Sec. 9.43. Protection of third person's property. A person is justified in using force or deadly force against another to protect land or tangible, movable property of a third person if, under the circumstances as he reasonably believes them to be, the actor would be justified under Section 9.41 or 9.42 in using force or deadly force to protect his own land or property and 1. The actor reasonably believes the unlawful interference constitutes attempted or consummated theft of or criminal mischief to the tangible, movable property. Chapter 9.41 states, protection of one's own property. A person in lawful possession of land or tangible, movable property is justified in using force against another when and to the degree the actor reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to prevent or terminate the other's trespass on the land or unlawful interference with the property. Criminal mischief is unlawful interference with property. Chapter 9.42 states, deadly force to protect property. A person is justified in using deadly force against another to protect land or tangible, movable property. 2. When and to the degree he reasonably believes the deadly force is immediately necessary. A. To prevent the other's imminent commission of arson, burglary, robbery, aggravated robbery, theft during the nighttime, or criminal mischief during the nighttime. Nighttime is 30 minutes after sunset until 30 minutes before sunrise. Bottom line, if someone is destroying a monument or statue that isn't theirs, You can defend it by force during the day with deadly force at night. Just a little tip, from your Uncle Fi, the police officer concluded. Hell yeah. It looks like Texas will once again be safe from the destruction of liberals. Of course liberals are losing their minds over Ryan's post, demanding that he immediately be removed from the police force. Sheriff Tracy Murphy believes the best policy to fight off Islamic terrorism is an armed populace, and is taking that message straight to the people of Texas in an extremely politically incorrect rant. With all the liberal idiots continue to call for open borders despite the endless barrage of terror attacks plaguing the globe, arming ourselves will be the last line of defense between us and them. He poured out his heart in a recent rant stating, "This, terrorism, is what happens when you disarm your citizens. When you open your borders without the proper vetting. When you allow political correctness to dictate how you respond to an enemy that wants to kill you. When you allow these radicals to travel to Afghanistan and Iran and simply let them back in." Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.